Why hello there, and welcome. In this episode I'll be looking at some of the dangers we face driving a motorbike in the city. Let me start by saying we all know there are some Looney Tunes on the road. People are gonna swerve all up in your shit any opportunity they get. People are gonna pull out on you, people are gonna walk in the road. But that's so obvious. Tell me something I don't know. Well, yes, alright, I'll grant you that. Here are a few obstacles not everyone takes into consideration. Number 1. The 5-0, the popo, the fed, the policeman, whatever you want to call them. These guys, although you might not think are an obstacle, the mere sight of them induces a heavy stupor on most victims. Their paranoia starts to set in. Oh my god, what's in my pockets? Do they know about that? Oh my god, I've only had 12 tinnies. While their minds are now busy planning their lives in prison, sharing a bunk with Bubba G and K-Dog, they're not thinking about the road. Number 2. Bus lanes. Other than the obvious, being home to 10 tons of metal, here are a few things to consider before you see that open bus lane and decide to attempt the land speed record. The city is obviously a busy place, and people like moaning more about the state of the road than they like seeing roadworks. This means roads are laid with extra haste. They're driven on way too soon before the tarmac is dried. Does this look familiar? This wave has nothing on the waves created by a bus on wet tarmac. So when you think it's a good idea to attempt that lifelong goal of getting knee down, there may just be a dirty great ripple in time and space waiting for your front wheel. You can also expect drivers to chuck a random left out of the blue, cutting straight through the bus lane, causing you to grab a whole handful of front brake and reenacting Superman. Number 3. Manhole covers. These are strategically placed on every corner in the city. They can be more slippery than a greased politician. When mixed with a touch of rain, a little too much speed, and a pinch of front brake, you better hope there's no cars in the oncoming lane, cause you'll be surfing the tarmac with your face. Number 4. Cyclists. Number 5. Garbage trucks. Other than choking you to death with the pungent odour of 1,000 decaying nappies while you try to resist the urge to fill your full face helmet up to the brim with chunks of carrot from 10 years ago, they have a tendency to summon an intolerable impatience in most road users. So take extra caution when you decide to pop a wheelie down the side to cut round one, cause it's almost certain that some white van man will be trying to squeeze through like an experienced hooker sucking a beach ball through a garden hose. Number 6. Jealousy. Also known as super ultra jelliness. The fact that you're getting to your destination while everyone else sits in traffic causes drivers some mad road rage. Even if you could land a jet in the distance you've allowed while filtering, some top bellends will still have a problem with it. In these situations, I recommend a copious amount of the middle finger. You should be waving those fingers like an epileptic throwing up gang signs. Cause if things get serious, remember kids, you're wearing
carbon nano exosuit, reinforced Kevlar gauntlets, steel capped wizard boots,
and a helmet. And they're wearing a dress. Numero 7. Traffic lights. Traffic lights, you ask? Yes. These are an obstacle to common sense. When it seems like you've been waiting for a second coming of some deity to teleport you home, the second you see those traffic lights in the distance start changing, you're already full throttle by the time they've turned green and you realise they're not your lights. Instead, you're faced by a green 10-watt bulb flipping you the bird, reminding you that it was for the right lane only. Knobhead. Number 8, yeah? Petrol stations. Although petrol stations can be total spanners, asking you to take off your whole outfit just to use the pump, that's not why I've listed them. I never thought it was possible to crash in a straight line, but my brother managed to prove me wrong, skidding along the road at 50 miles an hour into the other lane, just avoiding a 12-wheeler, and all because of a petrol station. How, you wonder? Now listen here, all the petrol that has glugged out of these old bangers as they've left the petrol station has gone all over the bloody road. Add a touch of rain after a few sunny days and we've come along innocently enough. Crunch! He's gone and eaten a tarmac sandwich and now I'm left waiting around for the recovery while he's in the back of an ambulance tripping balls on happy gas. Number 9 and number 10? What? You and other bikers. Have you ever been passed by a Vespa? Then you know that feeling. The presence of other bikers brings out the racer in all of us, and making it to the next lights first is a matter of pride. Being able to control that irresistible urge to flail your ego-peen man-meat about while they choke on your performance exhaust is one of the hardest things in life. Being silly hype and showing off in the city where you generally don't have as much time to react is probably the best way to find an early grave, especially if you do not know the roads that well or you don't know the bike you're driving that well. It's very easy to become overconfident, especially for new drivers. All you gotta do is go knee to the floor a few times, do a tight couple of gaps and get away with it, and you think that that's how it's gonna be forever. Unfortunately, I am speaking from experience. I've driven in India for 8 years and never had an incident, but I got a motorbike a couple of years ago in England and I had an accident within the first couple of months. In fact, I had 2 accidents. And this is because I was overconfident and I was cocky and I thought I could get away with everything. They say that the wise man learns from others' mistakes. So please, be careful on the roads, don't take the piss. Drive safe and you can still have fun. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If I could ask for 1 second of your time and please press the like. Fucking hell, that is a tongue twister. Please press the like and tweet. But no, on a serious note, please do press the like button. It'd only take 1 second and it helps us out greatly. If you'd like to see more content like this, please press the subscribe button. Feel free to leave a comment, share it with any friends that might like it. Add us on Twitter, on Facebook, do everything. That'd be great. Thank you guys for your support. Bye bye.
Look out for a tree.
That one got struck by lightning.
Did it?
Yeah.
It looks like it did.
It did. That's what it does to it, mate.
God, man, that's awful. God. So if you want to donate £3.50.